Hello, my name is Philippa Simpson. I'm Director of Design, Estate and FuturePlan at the V&A, which means that I oversee all of the design work on temporary exhibitions, on marketing, but also all of our capital projects. And we're standing here in the Exhibition Road courtyard, which is one of our biggest and most exciting projects of the past 100 years, which has sort of transformed the museum. And we're going to take you behind the scenes today in two new projects that are ongoing on site at the moment. So we're now in the Raphael gallery, which is home to some of the most important Renaissance works in the country. Cartoons by Raphael for the tapestries in the Sistine Chapel, which are on loan from the Queen in the Royal Collection. This is one of the oldest galleries in the building. It's enormous. It's almost exactly the same size as the Sistine Chapel, in fact, so a perfect home for the works. And we've been working with the architects Field and Clegg Bradley to redevelop and rethink the space. It's having a complete repaint, as well as being completely relit so that you can really see the works in all their glory. And also it's having some acoustic treatment, which at the moment we would be very grateful for because it's very noisy on site. But longer term it means we can continue to host our events as we do in this gallery, our fashion and motion events and other things in the evening. So it's really important that it's incredibly flexible and looking its best. So I'll take you in and you can just quickly see the scale of the work that's underway. So in order to paint this enormous gallery, we have had to scaffold floor to ceiling and all the way along. So you can see actually the height at which the guys are working at the moment. And also so that we can put in structures to take the new lighting kit and acoustic panelling. Up on top and beyond where you can see it's actually kind of the roof line of the museum, so really quite an extraordinary structure. And what we've tried to do is sort of pick out the detail of that. So it's as much about revealing the amazing architecture of the V&A as it is about giving a really beautiful environment for the display of the works themselves. You can't see the cartoons, they're all very carefully boxed in to protect them during the works. It wasn't possible to take them off the walls because frankly they're too big to get out of the room in any case, and the glass in front of them was too large to move. So they've all been very carefully boxed in. They'll be checked over by conservators at the end of the process, and we'll start sort of painting into them towards the end before we open. So that's what's been going on here. Very exciting. We've got a couple of months to go, I guess, before it's all complete and the scaffold disappears and we reveal them all back to their beauty. So we're standing now in the galleries which will become the second phase of our photography centre, which launched really successfully about 18 months ago. And these galleries were actually originally paintings galleries. They are very classic Victorian style interiors, really grand spaces, originally top lit, and you can see on the walls around actually the planking, which is original, which was there from the start, which then was covered over with hessian to take the paintings that were hung on it. So we've stripped right back to the sort of bare bones of the spaces. These spaces have been boxed out really for decades, and so it's been a really exciting project to sort of reveal the original architecture again and bring it back into public view. And they provide us with some really grand spaces for showing particularly large-scale modern and contemporary photography. There'll also be a room which will explain the process of photography, and we'll look into our collection of cameras and the equipment that's used to make the images. So that'll help kind of understand the processes at play in this particular art form. The project is about 2 years off from completion, and so we've got a lot of work still to do, a lot of kind of behind the scenes stuff really, to get the plant in place to condition the spaces. Photographs are notoriously very delicate objects, and so we need to make sure that the environment is really carefully controlled so that they can be displayed. And then once all of that is in place and we've got all the right structural work finished, then we start to move into fit out. And just 2 galleries along from here we'll have a room which is dedicated to the archive that we acquired from the Royal Photographic Society. So these are books relating to photography, but also books made by photographers, which will all be gathered together in that space to create a sort of reading room, which will be lined with that archive. And so we're now working on the kind of details of how we can house this kind of extraordinary resource for the public. We're now standing in a space that will be our new Design 1900 to Now gallery, and in this space particularly we'll have amazing objects from our collection of modern and contemporary works. One of the beautiful things about the FuturePlan programme of capital projects, and indeed the thing which sits at the heart of it, is the extraordinary breadth of the V&A collection. So all of the works that we do are really about showing that to its best, allowing visitors to access the incredible treasures that we house here. And this has been a really exciting project for doing just that. It will open at the beginning of next year, so we really hope that you will all come and visit and enjoy it when it's ready. Thank you so much.